All right, so in the last video that I recorded, I was talking about how I'm deprogramming the good girl. And the basis of deprogramming the good girl is learning how to unlearn being a people pleaser. So in this video, I'm actually going to tell you it from being a people pleaser. It's not all it's cracked up to be. So stay with me. All right, so here we go. Number one, you get second guessing yourself. You get the idea of you always need some external individual or entity or group to validate the things that you think, the things, your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings about things. You learn how not to trust yourself. You learn how to have self-doubt. These are all things that people pleasing will give to you. It's the gift of second guessing yourself, going back to erase an answer that you thought to be true, or giving that person another chance when deep down you knew they didn't deserve another chance. They were out of chances, actually. It also gives you this idea, second guessing does, of missing red flags in people. Always trust your gut. It'll never steer you wrong. All right, next up we have forgetting or sacrificing your own needs. You have this whole group of needs that you have, whether that be for love or belonging or nurturing or care, but you literally sacrifice those things because you think to yourself, if I'm too much, if I'm too loud, or if I ask for too much, it's going to push people away. That's what you're taught as a good girl. Just don't be too much. Just take what's given. Don't ask for too much. Don't be too much in this world, whether it's at work or in your family life or in your friend group. It tells you to forget about you. And we taught this, especially as young girls. We're taught this to always look out for other people. And looking out for yourself or thinking about yourself is selfish. It's actually not. You begin a whole cycle of not meeting your own needs for care, for gentleness, for peace. So that's the second thing that you're often given when you are a people pleaser. The next thing is you chase perfection. Let me help you out. Perfection is an illusion. It is not real. Just as people pleasing is not marred in love, it is based in fear. Perfection is too. Perfection says if I color outside the lines or gets in something wrong, people are going to judge me and reject me. And that's just not true. That's not how this world is set up. That's not how things happen in this world. Chasing perfection will oftentimes have people, if you're anything like me, it will have you procrastinating. It will tell you if it's not going to be perfect, you shouldn't even put it out into the world. If it's not going to be perfect, you shouldn't even show up. And in that not showing up, you lose a part of yourself each and every time. So that's another thing that people pleasing does. It causes you to lose yourself. So the next thing that we have on the list of things you get in people pleasing is self-monitoring. And you may have not even known that there was even a name for this. I'll tell you, there is. It's called self-monitoring. You think about every little thing. You pick up tone, you listen to how people say things. You often listen to, if you're anything like me, you listen to what people don't say. And that guides you and tells you what's real and what's not real. But you're always hyper vigilant of what's happening with other people around you. You're always managing yourself and your temperament based upon the temperament and the emotions of people around you. Let me tell you, I spent about 40 years, yes, that's correct, 40 years managing other people's emotions, from my family to friends. I would think ahead. How is this person going to take this thing? If I say this thing, or if I think this way, or if I do this thing, how are other people going to take it? And I spent a lifetime of self-monitoring tempering how I came across in the world based upon how other people would take it or not take it. And the number one thing that you get from people pleasing is the lack of real identity. That's a doozy. It is a doozy when I tell you. If you've ever been the person who's been performing your whole life, you perform daughter, you perform sister, you perform friend for other people, you perform the dutiful coworker or the employee or team member. You learn to perform, you learn to gauge what other people wanted, and you put on an act. Let me tell you, that act can be exhausting. Not only does it tire you out because you're always in this mix of a dichotomy of who am I today, you rob yourself of the very joy and gift of being your most authentic self. Being you. It may be you when in the privacy of your own home, listening to the music you like to listen to, doing the thing that you like to do, or eating the food that you enjoy eating. But you rob the world of you. And to me, authenticity starts with you loving and accepting and choosing who you are for you. Really had nothing to do with anybody else. But a lot of us chose people pleasing because rejection seemed like a hard thing. Rejection seemed like heartbreak. Rejection seemed like being alone. It did. But the most miserable thing that you could ever do in this lifetime is spend your whole life not knowing you. Because if you never knew you, you would know that it's impossible for you to know other people. And so in your performance, not only did you rob yourself, but you robbed others of getting to know you. And in essence, giving them a spark to know themselves. Some of the most genuine, authentic people that you will ever meet is people who have decided, I am just going to be me. Regardless of what society says, regardless of what my family says or what my friends may do, I'm just going to be me. And you rob people of that. Not only that, because you haven't tapped into that very first relationship, which is self, you knowing yourself, it's near impossible for you to get to know other people. I always say authenticity is the heart of connection, because without it, we're just a bunch of people walking around, interacting with the roles that we play, interacting with performances. You just become a character in somebody else's story. But will you take the time to become the main character in your own story by letting go of these things you picked up by being a people pleaser? Peace and love.